When you're on a trail that long, you don't really think about how long is it going to take me to get to somewhere or how fast am I going. You're thinking about don't get yourself hurt. My name is Karl Meltzer and I am an ultramarathoner.
We did 36 miles today.
Yeah, it was a pretty weak day, but no one's ever been this far in 10 days.
I just recently broke the Appalachian Trail record from Maine to Georgia. It's 2,189 miles, and I completed that in 45 days, 22 hours and 38 minutes, beating the previous record by just a little under 10 hours. Total mileage average per day for that 46 days will be 47.6. The AT is not a walk in the park. It's a hard trail.
And every time I clip my foot and it goes forward, it totally stresses my leg. I scream in pain.
You really have to have a team. It's not just the one guy running.
Just a couple peanut butter and jelly?
It's really the crew who, if they're not perfect for you, then it really won't be successful. I think the Appalachian Trail, not only is it very popular and iconic, but it's also very difficult.
Now it's all downhill and easy.
I am concentrating on my foot placement all the time, so 2 hours goes by like nothing, just because I'm zoned out. I slammed my head into the ground a number of times, and it beats you down. You have to expect that. But you can beat it too, as long as you just keep persevering and fighting through the issues that you're going to have. The last day I ran 85 miles. My body was so amped and ready to be done that it didn't matter really how far it was. I felt the same at mile 80 as I did at mile 10. You're just numb at that point, really.
This is where all the fun is.
It's important for people to know that the AT is a special place and it should be protected. It's a trail for one who wants to gain fellowship with nature. No matter whether you're running it, whether you're walking it, whether you're taking 10 years to do it, when you walk that trail, you have a vibe and you feel it. Every year, someone else's gets a little bit faster. Someone will break my record for sure. It might come this year, I don't know. I'm still going to be happy because I gave it everything I had. You know, I think that's what's important.
This is the Southern Appalachian salamander. It breathes entirely through its skin, which makes it incredibly sensitive to water quality and temperature. And with average temperatures increasing yearly, their future has become quite murky. The Appalachian region is home to more salamander species than anywhere else in the world. Adults top out at 7 inches, and females are slightly larger than males. They are found across the Carolinas, Georgia, and Tennessee. They live in wet, forested areas, as they need to stay moist to respirate properly. Unfortunately, these areas have been shrinking and warming up quickly. Climate change and habitat loss are grave concerns for this remarkable species. This is the Southern Appalachian salamander.
I think Laz is crazy, but in a very good way.
I think he's very smart. I think he knows what he's doing.
People think he's a sadist or whatever.
He's like my trail soulmate.
Flair for the dramatic, I think.
Bit of a sassy man.
Laz Cantrell, a true backwoods rebel of Tennessee, created one of the world's most grueling foot races. One that is so challenging, it leads many to assume it must be an act of sadism.
Are you a sadist?
No. I think people are obsessed with comfort to the point that they forget. If you don't have any discomfort in your life, how do you know when you feel good? The Berkeley Marathons is a 100-mile race comprised of 5 20-mile loops that you have 60 hours to complete. It's over some pretty rugged terrain. It's got a massive amount of climb, about 66,000 feet. You have just your map and compass. It's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, you're alone. The fact that they'll probably almost certainly fail makes it more appealing. It started in '85 and we've had 14 finishers.
Are y'all about ready?
You start the race with a cigarette light, which feels very untraditional for most race starts.
Yeah, we always use a Camel because that's about the best cigarette, I think.
18, go for it.
The course is located in Frozen Head State Park, home to the Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, a location not chosen by chance. In 1977, James Earl Ray, the man who killed Martin Luther King Jr., made headlines again when he escaped the prison. In the 54 hours he was free, he only made it 8 miles from his cell. Because this terrain is no joke.
It dawned on us that, man, you could put together a race course that would really challenge people's soul. I think every runner would like to do better than James Earl Ray and get further than 8 miles, although some of them don't. Everybody gets a bib number for each loop. There's paperback books which are kind of strategically placed so that to get them all you have to follow the course. And you pull out the page number that matches your bib. You have to turn in your pages to show that you've done the course.
He has a brilliant sense of humor. He's parodying the sport of ultramarathon running. Those of us who run ultras, we have a certain egoism that we think we're pretty good because of what we can do. And so he set out to puncture that balloon. Laz keeps making it harder because he's trying to put it at the limit of human possibility.
After they decided that they've had enough and quit, we play taps on the bugle, both because taps is what you play for someone who's died in action and because they're being tapped out.
I think genuinely in his heart, he wants to see people succeed. When people actually finish 5 loops and you see him at the end, he's so excited.
When and if one or more of them comes in, it's an inspiring thing. It's hard to believe a human can accomplish that. It's good that some years no one finishes, because the Berkeley should win sometimes too.
You've reached the Calls from Home show. Would you like to leave a shout out tonight?
Deep in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, an unlikely ally is helping families to connect with their loved ones, serving time in nearby maximum security prisons.
Alrighty, that last one was Keith Sweat doing.
I'm Elizabeth Sanders, the general manager of WMMT, which is the community radio station of Appalachia, based in Whitesburg, Kentucky.
Over the past 20 years, the prison industry in Appalachia has grown exponentially, now housing thousands of prisoners from all over the United States. For many living behind bars, the show Calls from Home is their primary means of outside communication.
I just called to say I love you. And
Things are doing good out there. I haven't heard from you.
It's going well with you.
Calls from Home is a way for folks to call in and leave shout outs for their loved ones who are locked up in prisons around here. Prison phone rates are really exorbitant. Or if you're on lockdown, you don't get to use it at all. Another thing that makes it really hard are that the folks that are incarcerated here, their families are really, really far away. So this is a way that they can keep in touch every week.
Hey KK, it's your mom. Wishing you a happy birthday. I know very much. I know it's stressful, sweetheart. I want you to keep your head up.
Can't wait until I get a chance to see you.
All different sorts of folks call in. It's everything from friends to mothers to children.
I love you. Miss you.
For Michelle Hudson, whose partner William is serving a life sentence, Calls from Home helps keep them connected.
I've been calling into the show every Monday since 2012. Calls from Home helps him to just regain some strength, regain his focus, and even put a smile on his face. It has become his eyes to help him see outside of those walls. Hearing those shows every single week helps them hold on, helps them to just get through another day.
I think it's easy to forget that these folks who are in the prison system around here are actually part of our community. So to not forget them or their family members that are far away is really important.
That show brings that humanity back. It brings the compassion and love that they're missing on a daily basis back to their cell.
Hi, this message is going out to my handsome king at Wallens Ridge. Hey, C-Walk, what's going on, Big Grip? It's your love, Michelle. I miss you. Where have you been the last couple of days?